Finland is a large northern European country with a population of 5.4 million. The official languages of the country are Finnish and Swedish, and almost 80% of the population is Christian. But what Finland is most well known for is its exemplary education system.
Finland values equality and lifelong learning, which it fully supports by providing equal learning opportunities regardless of background. Unlike the American system that values competition, Finland's schools promote equality in education. The focus is on individual support and making sure every student has what they need to succeed. To that end, 30% of children receive extra help during their first 9 years of school. It is almost unheard of to hold students back a year. All Finnish schools, including the independent schools, are state-funded and free to students from preschool through university.
Although they are funded by the state, the control is primarily in the hands of the schools and teachers. The design of each school is unique, but all schools strive to create spacious and comfortable learning environments and are provided with all the materials that each student needs for learning. Classroom sizes are kept relatively small so that teachers can focus on each individual student, with a ratio of 1 to 12 in the younger grades, although it can go up to 1 to 30 in high school. Individual classrooms are set up for different subjects, such as music, science, the arts, physical education, and vocational training. Like in America, Finnish students have one teacher for the first 6 years that guide them through various subjects, and the last 3 years of the comprehensive school are subject teachers. Unlike American schools, chores are part of a student's school day and incorporated into their environmental education.
The needs of each child is considered to be a priority in every aspect of the school. Every child is provided with a free hot meal by the school regardless of financial status, and free special meals are made for students with dietary restrictions for religious or health reasons. In addition, each school provides free health care for each student, along with free transport for students who live too far away from the school. In Finland, they also recognize the need for children to have unstructured play, with children spending on average 75 minutes at recess outside, regardless of the weather. Depending on the grade level, the average Finnish school day is between 4 to 6 hours long. After school, most students head to the nearby playgrounds, where playground attendants watch the children free of charge until their parents can pick them up from work.
It's the National School Board that determines what the broad curriculum is for the country, but as long as a teacher remains within these broad guidelines, they are permitted to structure the curriculum however they see fit. Each school provides instruction in both Finnish and Swedish, and students who do not speak either language are provided instruction in their native language. Every comprehensive school teaches math, reading, science, Finnish, and a foreign language. In upper level classes, the students receive instruction in religion or ethics, history, social studies, environmental science, math, physics, chemistry, biology, geography, music, arts, and vocational training. Students are allowed to choose up to 6 different languages to study. The most popular choices are English, German, French, Russian, and Spanish.
Though students study a variety of subjects from a young age, they rarely do homework until their teens, and scaled grading is not introduced until their 5th year of schooling. Students are only measured with report cards, giving them feedback from their teachers and tests created by the individual teachers to check their progress. Only one standardized test, the National Matriculation Exam, is taken in the upper secondary school when they are 16.
In Finland, every teacher is required to earn their master's degree, and only the top 10% of students are accepted into the teaching program. Student teachers are given many opportunities in the field to practice teaching, but each lesson that they teach is assessed by both their peers and their instructor, who observe the lesson directly and give feedback directly after the lesson. Every teacher has direct control over what is taught in their classroom. The National School Board determines the curriculum guidelines for the country, but the teachers have free rein within the guidelines to teach whatever and however they want. Although teachers have a high level of control over what they teach, they often act as the guide on the side. It is the students who determine what their weekly goal will be and determine at what pace they will carry out the tasks in the various lessons that the teachers have set. Students have a great deal of respect for their teachers, as does Finnish society as a whole. In Finland, teaching is considered to be a profession that is equated to being a doctor or a lawyer. The average starting salary for a Finnish teacher was $29,000, but within 15 years they make 102% of what other college graduates make on average. In the US, this figure is only 62%. Finland also has a powerful teachers union that advocates teachers from preschool to university.
Finland's approach has been widely successful, with Finnish students achieving the top reading, math, and science scores in the PISA survey since 2000.
One of the facts about Finland that struck me was how the emphasis they place on equality and the alternatives they provide for students with different ethnic or religious backgrounds. I know some of the schools noted that they provide religious education or ethics education for students who aren't in the majority Christian religion, and along with teaching the native language for students who are from other countries. And I think just those different kinds of support really show that they value the idea that education is for everyone and that it is very important.
One of the things that struck me is how rigorously teachers are trained in Finland. I mean, every single teacher, regardless, is required to get their master's degree. And you can only be accepted into the teaching program to begin with if you're in the top 10% of your class. That's radically different from what we have here in the US. And I think it's one of the things that contributes to their standards of excellence, the fact that they're only taking the best of the best to be teachers to begin with. And also, another thing that struck me was how much teachers are respected. I mean, like we said in the video, teachers there are considered to be on the same par as doctors and lawyers. I mean, if you're a doctor, you're given respect. If you're a lawyer, you're given respect and possibly feared. Teachers are given that same level of respect, and it's something I feel is lacking here in the U.S.
I agree. I really liked also that Finland only has one standardized test, and it's not until you are 16. Whereas in the U.S., students at a very young age are taking countless standardized testing, and I think it really alters the way schools are set up in here in the U.S. because many of the teachers are forced to teach to the test, whereas in Finland they have the control over the curriculum and they're allowed to provide their own tests that they see are adequate for their students. And even though Finland is a mainly homogenous country, the people are all mainly Christian and of the similar background, there's a very small immigrant population, we can still use the principles that Finland has created for their education system in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people say that you can't. I mean, where the U.S. is so much larger than Finland. But if we look at the reverse, I mean, take Finland's neighbor Norway, for example. They're using the same educational system that we here in America use, and they're about on par with us. I mean, middling, average, not the best, not the worst. And they have about the same population spread as Finland, but because they're using, in many ways, because they're using our system for education, they're not doing nearly as well as they could. Whereas Finland, since they focus on equality in their education system, is producing some rather surprising results and is excelling in nearly everything. And really is the Finland phenomenon.
Yeah, the part I really liked about this project was that it showed me how much as a teacher we can change about the system here. We can borrow the tools and methods that teachers in Finland use and just use them within our classroom. And I know that just the standards of teachers going and getting their master's education and having strong curriculum is what I hope I can achieve in my own classroom.
Yeah, I hope so too. And one thing I do love about the Finnish school system is that their focus is on equality. I mean, most other places, the focus is on competition. Can you be the best? Can you get the A? Can you be better than everyone else in the classroom when everyone else in the classroom is trying to be better than you? But in Finland, they don't take that view. It's equality. It's every student getting the same education no matter what kind of help they need. I mean, they get 30% of the students in the first 9 years get help. And they all strive to make everything equal. And it's so amazing what's happening because of that.